There was an American critic who absolutely adored Gone with the Wind. She watched it dozens of times, but one day, as she got older, she watched it again and felt nothing. The movie suddenly seemed overdramatic, artificial. She even wrote, "The film changed. It's not the same movie I used to love." And that's the eternal question that haunts you when you reach my age. Has life really gotten worse, or have I changed? When I was a kid, I'd hear my dad constantly reminiscing about his own youth. He said that food tasted better, people were kinder, and the world was more real. He swore that back in his day, strawberries had a fragrance so strong you could catch it from across the street, and a single rose could fill an entire room. Chickens were the size of turkeys, and turkeys were the size of Volkswagens. And of course, music was better, movies were actual cinema, and people had more integrity. I listened politely. It was the classic back in my day speech every older person eventually gives. And as for people being more pure-hearted back then, I did my research. There were scandals, crimes and corruption just like today. The good old days weren't necessarily better, they were just better at keeping secrets. And now, I find myself thinking that life was so much better when I was young. I tell my son that music had more soul, women were naturally beautiful, movies actually meant something, and people were real. I made him sit through clips of The Godfather and Love Story. He barely lasted 10 minutes before saying, "This is so slow. Why is everyone talking like that?" I played him the Beatles, ABBA and Queen. He called it old people music. I told him, just wait 20 years, you're going to sit your own kid down and play Drake, The Weeknd and Olivia Rodrigo. And you know what? That little brat is going to tell you it's all trash. But he didn't believe me. He thinks The Weeknd is eternal. I swear, holidays used to feel different. Thanksgiving was an actual event. Christmas had magic in the air. But now, when I bite into a strawberry, it tastes like damp cardboard. An apple looks so waxy, I feel like I should buff it with a microfiber cloth. Everything feels plastic. Where did all the real women go? Why does everyone have a face full of filler and a phone full of filters? Where did the big emotions go? Now you could be married for 20 years and not feel inspired to text a single emoji. The old folks say the world has changed. Things just aren't what they used to be. But the real truth, the world hasn't changed. I have. Maybe my senses have dulled. Maybe my heart isn't as open. Maybe I've just become a grumpy old man who can't see the magic in anything anymore. Maybe the strawberries still smell sweet, but it's my eyes that have grown dim. What do you think? Has the world really changed, or is it just us? Comment below, subscribe and share your story.